YouTube, and this is a video to follow up on my exiting Top Step Trader. I'm looking at cost comparison, commission where applicable versus plus spread between futures and FX based off of 1, 2 and 3 contracts of 6A, 6B, 6C. That's Australian dollar, British pound and Canadian dollar, all versus the US dollar and their equivalent FX pairs. So Australian US, British pound US and Canadian dollar US, or that would be USD versus the Canadian dollar in futures in Forex. So NinjaTrader futures, what I've been doing with Top Step Trader all this time and on my own. 6A, the cost, and when I say cost, I'm looking at if I get in the market, hit the bid or the ask, whichever one it is, but enter on the market. So if I'm going long, I'm paying the ask price, and if I'm going short, I'm paying the bid price. Then the two costs we have are any commissions if applicable and spread. So in 6A, I won't bring up the chart now because it's nearly 10 to midnight here in Central European time in Italy, so the markets are closed, so you can't see the spread. But you can take my word for it that on 6A the spread is 1 tick with NinjaTrader. With the standard spread is 1 tick on 6A during liquid times. Same with 6B, and with 6C it's a half tick, because if you've been trading futures for a while and you've been paying attention, you will know that about a year and a half ago or thereabouts, the Canadian dollar went from 1 tick increments to half tick increments. So why is this relevant? If I enter on the market and I exit on the market, then I pay commissions, but I also pay that's Dante waking up there. Let me just pause the video. Yeah, so where was I? I was talking about spreads, so how to calculate the cost. So you got, if you imagine you enter at the market and you exit immediately at market, what you're going to lose? You're going to lose the spread. So the smallest increment of movement. So in 6C that's going to be a half tick. In 6A and 6B that's going to be a full tick, plus the commissions. The commission in Top Step Trader's live account was $4.80. So I've taken that as a baseline because that's the most expensive commissions that I've been charged in futures trading. So it's better to be on the safe side. So in 6A, the per tick cost of one futures contract of 6A is $10. So $10 plus 480 is $14.80. 2 contracts would be, actually I've made a mistake here, 2 contracts wouldn't be $24.80. So I better check this information before I go any further. I'm just going to pause for now. Okay, this should be correct now. So as I was saying, $14.80, $4.80 for 1 contract, $10 per tick in terms of spread. Double that essentially, so it'll be $20 per tick if you got 2 contracts, plus 2 lots of $4.80, which is $9.60, so on and so forth. So that's for 6A. 6B doing the same, we have $6.25 per tick, plus the $4.80 equals $11.05. So for 2 contracts, $22.10, 3 contracts, $33.15. I've done the same thing for 6C, and then if you go onto NinjaTrader FX, the way it works is we've got tight, what they call core spreads or active trader spreads through FXCM, which is the broker that supplies NinjaTrader with their data, and also they're the brokerage for anyone who trades FX through NinjaTrader. So what you have is a pretty super tight spread. So for Great British Pound, that's 0.3 pips, which is actually much smaller than the 1 pip or 1 tick spread of the futures markets. And then you have a situation where they do a volume-based commission. So per mini lot, which is 1,000 of your currency, $1,000, you're going to pay 4 cents. So what I've done is, as a contract of 6B would have a $6.25 per tick value, that means 62,500 or 62.5% of a full 100k lot. I hope you can follow this, but these are the details. So 62,500 means that, I'll just get the calculator to show this example so you can see what I'm saying. 62.5 mini lots. So a mini lot is 1,000, so 62.5 times 1,000 gives you your 62,500, which you would need to generate $6.25 per tick of movement. So why do we need to know that? 62.5 times 4 cents, or 0.04 of a dollar, will give you your per side commission based on volume. 250, so in and then out is 5, and then you add the spread. So the spread would be plus, we said 0.3 pips multiplied by the per tick value, which is $6.25. You should get $6.87, 87.5. I've rounded it up to 88. If you do that for the different sizes that equate to one contract of 6B, 2 contracts, you just double it like you did before. And so you'll notice straight away that Forex is decidedly cheaper than futures. So for every trade you take, provided all other things remaining the same, you save $11, and this is just as an example on 6B, Great British Pound. You save $4.17 per trade per contract. So you do the math, and that's a big saving. I typically take 3 trades per day, so already that's $12 per day, and then multiply that out by 21, and you end up with just on single lots, you end up with whatever that is, whatever I just said. $12 multiplied by 21 is $252, and that's just on 6B if you took 3 trades per day per contract. Then CAD I've got in red because it's actually worse off on NinjaTrader FX using the same calculation, so CAD would lose you money against futures. And then if you go to spread betting with FXCM, provided now you have to be resident in the UK. Technically, I'm in Italy, but I do have an address in the UK, so I may be able to get away with this. And you'll see you don't have any commissions with spread betting, you just have a spread which is bigger than what they offer through NinjaTrader, but when totaled, after you get the commissions added on NinjaTrader, it ends up more expensive. So $8 versus 10, and here you had 10 versus 14 for futures, 16 versus 20, 20 versus 29, 60. And so you can see massive savings. If I look at Great British Pound cable against the futures, you make a saving of pretty much 50% if you look there. And it's like $1.25 cheaper than NinjaTrader FX. So again, CAD loses. It's cheaper than the NinjaTrader FX option, but it still loses against the futures just about by a few cents. So what does this mean? This means that assuming that you get good fills and so on and so forth, and if everything as it says is as it says on the tin, then spread betting is the way to go if I can convince them that I'm resident in the UK and get an account. If not, and that means I won't be able to use NinjaTrader. Otherwise, I'll go here to NinjaTrader FX, using FXCM as the broker through NinjaTrader, because that's still a saving. Now I won't stretch this video out much longer, but if I'm hitting 500 to 1,000 per month per contract using these 3 instruments, let's just assume 1,000, using $50 risk, that's a 20% gain if I'm using a 1% per trade trade size. So if $50 is 1%, then you're trading a $5,000 account. If you make 1,000, that's 20%. If you're making 20% with NinjaTrader futures, then if all things being equal, if you move to NinjaTrader FX, using this broker and this cost structure, then you immediately assume you would have to cut out CAD, but if you were able to replicate everything, then you would make some pretty hefty savings. And you know, if you're saving $4 here, as we said, let's assume you take 3 trades per day, for argument's sake, 1 in each pair, and that's how you come up with your 1,000. Then obviously if you remove CAD, that removes 1/3 of your income. But if you were to scale up, you could see that you're making a 50% saving in terms of costs here, or about $5 per trade, and here about $4 per trade. And so depending on the number of trades you take, let's assume even just one trade a day on one contract means you're saving $9 per day, which ends up being 9 times 21, $189. So you've gone from 1,000 to 1,189, or essentially added on 19% profit just because of the cost structure. So this is a good revelation, and so I won't be going futures. Provided I get the fills, I'll be going FX through NinjaTrader at the very least, if not migrating over to spread betting with FXCM. I have a feeling I'm probably going to stick with NinjaTrader, even though it's more costly. It's what I'm used to. I'm used to the platform, and I don't want to make too many changes. I can also fund a NinjaTrader account with $1,000 minimum to trade FX. And in other news, it's early days yet, but it would appear that I've found someone who is very interested in funding me, who happens to have a good bit of money. And this is something we discussed 4 years ago, before I was consistently profitable and I didn't feel comfortable doing anything at that stage, and now I do. So we'll see what we'll come up with and where this goes, but that's on the table. So I'll end this video now because we're 13 minutes in already, very long. If you got this far, congratulations, or what are you doing with your life? And I'll catch you all in the next video. Take care and bye for now.